Welcome to Lou Sisters, the grand finale. Yes, you heard it right. It's our last ever show, and we're going out with a bang. Now, it's been an incredible ride full of fiery debates, uncontrollable laughter, and a few mic drop moments along the way. But today, we're bringing back every one of our fabulous panelists for one final, unforgettable showdown. Now, trust me, today's show is extra special. We've got 2 whole hours of pure, unfiltered conversation where no topic is off limits. So, grab your chai. The fasting is over for some. So take a deep breath and get ready for the most epic Lou Sisters episode yet. Now, let me introduce the incredible sisters at the moment who are joining me for this grand finale. They've brought us wisdom, laughter, and more hot takes and a plate of spicy samosas. So first up, she's delivered more babies than Uber Eats delivers biryanis. It's our very own midwife and the queen of keeping calm under pressure. It's Sunita Banga.
Oh, hello everybody. Eid Mubarak to all you listeners.
Khair Mubarak, Sunita. Thank you so much. Next, she's the influencer. She could probably sell sand to the desert, making waves online with her style, sass, and straight talking options. And mind you, she's looking very glam today. It's our one and only Farida Khalifa.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Eid Mubarak.
Khair Mubarak, how are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Good. Right, okay, so next up as well, we've got, well, she's joining us from the world of law and justice. Now, she's a probation officer who's seen it all and still finds time to keep us in check, and that's Zainab B. How are you?
Good morning, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak. I'm really well. Alvina, how are you?
I'm good as well. Right, okay, now we will be joining by Prince very shortly, and we might get a phone call from our lovely Fawzia and possibly Iram as well. But yes, time will tell. So, my lovely Lou sisters, reunion it is. We've made it to the finale. So let's make it one to remember. Now, like I said, we will be having some surprise guests coming in as well. And also, we will be having some maybe mystery past guests from past shows popping in as well. So it's been an open invitation to everybody. So let's start off then, shall we? So my lovely panel then. Let's talk about the best and the worst moments of Lou Sisters. So we've had some legendary debates and unforgettable moments as well on this show. So from controversial opinions to those times where we couldn't stop laughing. What's been your highlight then so far on the show? And come on, own up. Who's had a moment they'd rather forget?
To be honest, for me it's been epic.
Has it? I don't think your mic is working, Farida. I don't know whether you want to move over so that the camera moves over to you, if that's okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh,
we
yes.
can hear you now, yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, for me, I've got to admit it's been an absolute epic experience.
Good to hear. Right. Okay, what about you guys? I know you joined us for the last 2 plus this one as well. So what's been your highlight?
I just like the fact that we're able to debate everything, and we kind of, we got our own take on things, and then we've had listeners ring in as well to give their opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been really good, really. And most of the topics, we've had our own generalized opinion, and everybody's given their take on it. I think it's been quite good in that sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Sunita.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed coming along, meeting everybody, and the callers that have called in. They've obviously made the conversation more rich. The debates have been really interesting topics, and we've all been able to have our say. It's been really enjoyable.
Excellent. Now, I know, Farida, before we move on to our Eid finale special, there was something that you highlighted last week.
Yeah.
And that you want to talk about. I know it's all about social media, the good, the bad, and the completely unhinged, I will say. So
Yeah, we were talking about, social media.
yes,
And once I left, I thought, oh, I wish I'd touched on trolling.
Okay.
The seriousness of trolling. Sometimes people troll, putting false allegations to police officers, and before you know it, police officers are breaking down the doors of, innocent people.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that goes on. People need to realise how serious it is. I mean, I know a brother that had his door kicked in 136 times. And
Wow.
when that happens, who funds the actual door that's been broken? The person that's actually had their door broken down is the person that ends up paying for it.
So can I just stop you there? So you're talking about someone's door being kicked in 136 times, did you say?
Yeah,
Is that
because
been throughout the year or?
Since social media has started, I mean, it actually put the person in a position where he had to actually leave the country.
Oh my word.
That's what the advice he was given off the police officers, because when allegations, the police have to take it seriously.
Yeah.
And they have no choice but to break down the door. And people do trolling. There's trolling and there's trolling.
Yeah.
There's trolling and it can be fun. I've had people trolling my comments and they create great entertainment. And there's trolling that goes to the level that it's actually bullying, that it's to the point where people feel like they want to unalive themselves, where they have to leave the country. And that is dangerous. And I don't know whether... And, it was quite sad, actually. This Ramadan, people were still quite, you think that during the month of Ramadan, people start watching how they, what words they use.
Yeah.
They were still in fasting, but still coming out with, shocking vocabulary online and still doing the bullying and still doing the trolling. And I just think, people, please just check in with yourself and just be mindful of what we're doing, because the whole point of Ramadan is remembering we're here we're just travellers.
Yeah.
We're here for such a short time on this, and just reflect of your actions, because this is like serious stuff.
Right. So you talked about obviously this person being trolled, and it was the police that advised him to move out of the country,
Either he left social media or he had to leave the country.
and he chose to leave the country but
Yeah.
be on social media.
Yeah.
Not ideal, really, is it? I mean, where is all that support from the police? Even, I know social media plays a big impact on people's lives, and obviously some people don't like seeing how the other person is living or how they're portraying their life and things like that. But it doesn't give the trolls, shall I say, a right. But like you get, what do you call it? Keyboard warriors,
Yeah.
don't you?
I was
Keep-
sorry. I was just going to add to that, and all that time and effort that would take for the police to do things like that, to go and investigate, and all that public money that's being spent.
Yeah.
So it's not just like one side of it. I mean, the police are very busy and they've got like so much serious things to investigate, and for them to be going and doing things like that, it's just not. It's like not proper use of the public money, really. So it's just individuals
I think
trying to get others in trouble, really.
Yeah, I think there should be repercussions for people who make those fake allegations, because if people are trolling, they do it because they get away with it.
Yeah.
And it's really easy to just make another account and carry on with that poor behaviour. I think they need to do, as Farida said, they need to look into themselves.
Yeah.
And if you can't say anything nice, really, I've always been brought up to if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything.
I think what it is as well. I mean, people can create catfish accounts, can't they?
Yeah.
So they can have 1, they can have 2, they can have 10, and what I usually find is those people use those accounts, hide behind the screen, so that nobody knows who they are. Have this false name.
And the effect it has on you mentally when you've had your door smashed in. I've been a victim of that, where I've just recently had my door, by the police,
Yeah.
and it's not nice when you mentally, it really affects you.
It does, yeah.
People's mental health is so important. And, you know, I mean, these people are actually people of our own faith that are doing this to another Muslim brother.
Yeah.
And it's so sad. Really, really sad that they're doing that 136 times. And that brother said to me, Farida, you know, that one door in London costs like $3,000
I can
to
imagine,
replace. Imagine having your door smashed in, $3,000. Having it smashed in 136 times, being arrested, having handcuffs put on you for what? Because some trolls have made false allegations. And unfortunately, the trolls are from the Asian community. It's bad behaviour. It's not acceptable.
So if you had the power, sorry, you want to come in?
Sorry, I just wanted to say, I mean, if they do get found out, these accounts, I mean, there is like law, you know, to make sure that they don't do it again. And, you know, there are serious consequences as well for that. It's just that, you know, if you got somebody who's trolling you, you know, you need to report it as well. Not just, you know, if you feel that you're being violated online, you need to make that.
I know, but a lot of the times, like I said, that police officers actually said to that brother, you either leave the country or you don't be on social media. That's what he was advised. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of the times it's like, okay, it's a civil matter.
But the thing
Police won't.
yeah, sorry to interrupt. I mean, obviously, it's easy for the police to say, leave the country. But if someone's actually come, knocked your door down, they know where you live. You know what I mean? So whether he leaves social media or, well, I wouldn't recommend leaving the country. I mean, I find that quite odd for the police to suggest that. But he can still be targeted, can't he?
Yeah.
So,
It's a tough one, isn't it?
it is, isn't it?
It doesn't instill much faith in the police, does
It
it?
doesn't,
If they're
no.
basically saying we can't protect you, so you might as well leave the country. That's really shocking to hear that.
That could be just one particular police officer rather than the whole police force. Like, you know, we are there to protect and look after the public.
So, Farida, then, as you are a social media expert, having seen your friend's situation, what would you want the government or these apps, like, you know?
Well, I would hope that there was, I don't know whether it's possible, to be honest, I don't know whether it just costs too much money to actually research exactly where has that complaint come from, the address, what's the phone number that it's, do you know what I mean? But there's that much identity fraud and all of that going on. Social media can be, the internet can be such a dangerous place.
Yeah.
You know, ideally, obviously, I would love it if the people that were dealt with, the ones that are constantly making these troll accounts and constantly, you know, making these false allegations. But I don't know, it's hard because social media is huge.
It is. I mean, what about the IP addresses? I mean, I've been told people can get traced by their IP address. Is that something that's not been looked at, or is it overlooked, or?
I'm not sure. I've experienced that much with like sort of fraud and identity fraud. I've known people close to me where they've been else has used their hacking is a big one on social media. So I don't know. It's a dangerous place.
I mean, not just that, like, you know, you get these call centers from abroad trying to help you with your accounts and saying that, you know, your bank's been frozen, you need to kind of reopen it, you need to give us your details so we could, you know, get rid of some kind of fraud. And there's like elderly people, you know, who've got like pensions taken off them.
Yeah.
They've got like life savings taken off. So it's really, really important how, you know, we what information we put online and, you know, how we safeguard our personal information, really.
To be honest, it only takes the click of the wrong... I had my whole account compromised, hacked. It was just a click of one email. So I've been a victim myself. I've lost my Instagram account as soon as I was on Big Brother. On the back end of that, because of the followers I had somebody from overseas that just hacked my account. And I've had my account hacked not once but several times.
Wow.
It's, you know, you can very easily... I don't blame...
I think they're really good as well. People who are online and they want to scam you, they just will. They're so convincing. I've definitely had messages where I've been a click away from giving lots of information away before I thought, oh, hang on a minute. You know,
Yes.
I was told my Apple Pay is all frozen and to click on this link and reset
Yeah.
it all. And I was there and I thought, hang on a minute, they've asked for the last 3 digits on the back of your card. And I thought, this doesn't seem right. So I stopped myself, but I could have just as easily. And it was first thing in the morning, you're not fully concentrating. And I was thinking, oh,
Yeah.
no, my Apple Pay's
Well, at the
frozen.
moment, there's a big thing going on where people are. There's somebody out, hackers, telling you they can verify your account, and TikTok wants to. If you want the blue tick, you click that, and your whole account's gone, and then you've lost all your money that you've made on TikTok.
Oh wow.
That happened to me.
Oh my god.
You know, one surprising thing that would happen to me, it was PayPal. And you think that's so secure.
Yeah.
They wanted me to verify some details, and I thought this doesn't sound right. So what I did was I didn't answer the email. I had this email sent to me, so I actually went into my PayPal account and I reported, and they said we haven't sent you any messages in regards to that.
It just shows that if you're unsure about something
Just
or
check.
even an email address, just check it.
Yeah,
Don't
I
click
usually
on it.
I usually get the Amazon ones,
Oh gosh.
emails from Amazon. Yeah,
You're
that's
a, you're a
another
big
hacker.
celebrity, so you're bound to get bombarded.
No, I don't. To be honest, I don't think you need to be a celebrity or anything. Anybody can get hacked. It's dangerous.
No, I
Just
think
be
the amount of emails that you might be getting.
I don't know. I just think I know lots of people that get hacked. You know, it's just one of these things. If they're or the more you build your account,
Yeah.
you're gonna be.
Jealousy.
The more followers you get, sometimes people want to hack bigger accounts. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So do you think these app owners like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, do you think they should be responsible for some of these actions that these trolls are doing? Can they put something in place
I think
to
there should be, but it's difficult because, like I said, anyone can just make another account. It's so easy to do, and they've made it so easy to do. So it is partly their own fault in a way. But I don't think they can monitor it.
Years ago,
difficult.
with Facebook, you used to have to verify yourself with your
Yes.
passport and
Yeah.
your Whereas with TikTok, I don't think it's anyone can just open an account.
maybe that's something that obviously these apps can start looking at and start, like you said, if you used Facebook and you've used your passport to verify it, again, that
Well,
can stop a lot of the things
I
happening.
don't
couldn't
know.
it? No?
I mean, people even compromise your details online and take your identity fraud.
Yeah, you know,
That's a big one.
yeah, talking about obviously people taking your identity and stuff. Only recently, I don't use Deliveroo, I don't use Uber Eats or anything like that at all. So what I found only last week was that somebody obviously got my details and they ordered themselves a Deliveroo. And I'm looking at my statement and like on my app, it flagged up that there's been a bit of a fraud attempt. And I quickly jumped onto my app, got in touch with the bank. They stopped my card, sent me another one and sent me another PIN. So what happens the following week with my new card details that nobody's got apart from me, they tried again.
That's shocking.
It is, isn't it? So anyway, then I ended up cancelling that one and now having to wait for another one.
Wow.
I just can't believe how this is happening.
Yeah.
So I got in touch, with those robotic chat services that they have on the apps. So I got in touch with the bank and I says, can you please put a stop to Deliveroo, these electric bikes.
You know what? It's really dangerous actually because like you put your bank details. I mean, I've known children where they've probably, just not really thought it through. They're playing some games and then before they know it, they've paid for something online to play a game,
Yeah.
not really realising what they're doing because it's a click of a button,
Yeah.
literally. And then the parents have ended up with a bill of £100 and something pounds. And it's almost made the child look like he's done it so deliberately, but that's how accessible people's money funds are to even your own children.
Right. Okay. So, Frida, would you say that social media then is easier or harder?
I mean, social media is one of these things. It's lots of advantages. You know what I mean? If it's used in the right way, it's a fantastic tool.
Yeah.
We've moved mountains. It's a great tool for business. However, it's dare I say it can be quite a dangerous tool.
I just feel that you got to use everything with caution.
Yeah.
And be like as safe as possible, really, and not give too much information away. And it's quite easy
You
to
know,
do
oh, you saying that, it's just brought to me. I was on some safeguarding training a few months ago, and there was somebody there that actually used, I think it was Snapchat
Okay.
or WhatsApp, and I was shocked when they said to me, you know, the location. If you've taken pictures on Snap, it's actually got a feature where they can locate. So if you've got a child and you snapped your child, another person can actually locate exactly where you are.
Oh my
And
God.
this is how dangerous, like, you know, children and, you know, stuff that goes on. Safeguarding issues, do you know what I mean?
yeah.
And I just thought, wow, that is so dangerous. So you're very, very sort of naively putting a snap, but if the other person on the other side gets hold of it, they could literally locate, and before you know it, stalking can start, and it could start a whole nother safeguarding problem.
No, that is scary, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Can I just add to that? Roblox. I had an email from the school telling me that the parents have highlighted, there's some issues with Roblox where, individuals are trying to contact children on there. And my daughter,
Yeah.
my 6-year-old, she was doing like,
Well,
some games and-
paedophiles,
Yeah.
paedophiles are looking for these children.
Be really
And
careful.
Parents just put the pictures out there without even thinking.
Yeah.
Don't turn your locations off. Make sure on the apps that you've really limited to what children can do on there.
Yeah.
And make
I
sure
didn't
they know
even-
who they're talking to. And that's
Yeah.
easier said than done because people pose as a friend and they're not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
Even
don't
like-
know who's behind that screen. That's the problem.
Even the cartoons they're watching
yeah.
on from there. So it's really, scary, the way things are going.
Right. Okay. Just a last one then on social media. So this is open up to all of the panelists here. So what's the worst online trend that you've ever seen then?
I've seen one recently actually. It is on TikTok. You can I think it's a filter. They basically show you what you look like as a bigger person. And I just think that's disgusting. For some people that's a reality, and people are making fun of it. It's gone quite viral.
Yeah.
Lots of people are doing it. I think it's such an unkind thing to do. And if people have got, it could be the other way. You could be anorexic.
Yeah.
People are making themselves look thinner, making themselves look bigger.
Yeah. I actually think one of the worst things that ever happened was creating filters.
Yeah.
Because people actually forget what they look
Look
like
like.
in real life. No, it's serious
True.
to the point. It's self-esteem. It's, people want to actually go and have all these different aesthetics done, like Botox, and they want to look, and then the other people where they're looking for partners and marriages, they actually feel like they've been catfished.
Yes. Yeah.
It's serious.
And so many marriages have broken down because people have kind of gone online and they've met somebody, and then I don't know, they've even got to the stage that they're going to get married, and I think on the day they find out the person isn't exactly what they look like online, and things break down. So
Yeah, what about that recent incident? The lady, I forgot her name now, she flew all the way from America to be with her
Anija.
so-called husband. What was it? Ida, was it?
Yeah.
Anija.
Not an Ida, that's it, yeah. That's one example, and she really milked it when she got there, didn't she?
She did. She was entertaining though to watch.
She
She put Pakistan on the map.
That's
did.
right.
But there's so many videos after that with the catchphrase she used,
Yeah.
Well, she's supposed to be in Dubai, being taken care of right now in Dubai.
Is she? All right.
You don't know.
Okay, so we've got 25 seconds remaining, and just to let our listeners know that we will be going into a break shortly. But this is the Lou Sisters finale, and we will be talking about Eid Mubarak madness and also Eid traditions straight after the break. And this gives you an opportunity to obviously engage with us. Give us a call on 01902 972 150. Right, welcome back to Lou Sisters. This is the Eid special finale, and today, as you know, it's not only Eid, it's Mother's Day as well, isn't it?
Yes. Happy Mummy's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Right, anybody want to give their mums a quick message while we're on?
I will. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. We'll be over to see you later this afternoon. We haven't planned anything yet, but I'm sure we'll sort something out once we get there.
Bless you.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Happy Mummy's Day to all the mummies. And my mum actually died in Ramadan 2 years ago.
Oh,
but you know
bless.
what? Because she died in the month of Ramadan, she was just a queen, an angel, just beautiful. So I've just got fond memories today and every
Oh,
day.
bless you.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah, I just want to say a very happy Mother's Day to my mom as well, who is my rock. And obviously, like we said, behind the scenes, that Mother's Day is every day, really, isn't it? So I suppose this is one particular day that sort of just emphasises and celebrating more than anything, isn't it? Right, okay, it's Eid Day, and let's be honest, we all have our own unique ways of celebrating. Now, some of us wake up extra early, some of us are still ironing our outfits 5 minutes before leaving, and some of us, well, we just show up for the food. So let's do a rapid fire round where each of us shares one Eid tradition that we absolutely love and one we secretly wished that we could ditch. Any thoughts? Who's going to kick this one off?
I'll start.
Go on.
Okay, so our Eid tradition is to, I get up really early compared to everybody else and
Yeah.
panic. So what I try to do is make something sweet in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And my kids have kind of grown up. I don't know why they need kebabs first thing in the morning on a Eid day, but they do. So that's what I make. But we don't end up eating most of the food because we've got a lot of relatives and we're going around different houses and we get food sent to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I can't really think of one that I would want to ditch, to be honest.
Right. What do you love? And
But
what would you ditch?
Yeah, I absolutely love the whole, the preparation of the food, getting ready to go to the masjid, praying the salah, the whole build up to even before the fasting and all of that, going to pray I just love the whole. On Eid day, especially traditionally we usually go to masjid to do our salah.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to the Qabristan, the graveyard, to see our loved ones.
Yes. Yeah.
And then it's coming home and having food together and then visiting all the families. So I just love the way, and giving lots of presents. And
Yeah.
I think one thing that I'm a little bit sad, I think as we get older, the presents kind of die down. So I think those little children, can you start, they all expect Eid, don't they?
They do. We're going to come on
So-
to Eid very shortly
So
as well.
can we have the other way round, children, if you're listening? And can you make sure you fill your pockets and hand it over to Auntie Farida if you see her today?
bless. Auntie Frida's going to have a scarf like this, walking around like they do.
I want my Eid, please.
Right. Sunita, what about you? Obviously, do you celebrate Diwali, is it?
We do,
Yeah.
When it comes to Eid, I just love hearing all the stories, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I've got lots of women at work who are pregnant. Obviously, I'm a midwife. So I love hearing their stories and what they're doing for their children, what they're cooking, what they're eating, how they prepare for Eid. I love hearing all the stories. It's just a really lovely vibe, really.
Yeah.
And we do celebrate Diwali. It's the same thing, but ours is all in the one day.
Mm-hmm.
So I think having a whole month of fasting and celebrating in the evenings, and then obviously you've got Eid at the end.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I think it's just being really recharged again after 11 months of not going to the mosque or not reading the Tarawih Salah. It's just like the whole atmosphere, and it's like almost like purification of your soul, really, isn't it? In the month of Ramadan, and then you're celebrating that on Eid day, so it's just like everybody's really happy to be together, and everybody's taking time off work and so on. So it's almost like a bit like Christmas, isn't it? When everybody's like free and they can actually spend some time together. So that's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in my family, because I'm from a very big family, when I say very big, there's about 250 of us.
Wow.
So what we tend to do, after a couple of days, we'll book a hall and a community centre, and then we'll say to everybody, bring a dish,
yeah.
and also we'll all contribute financially, you know, whether it's £10, whatever, towards the food that's actually bought in from the caterers. Into the hall, and then we'll do lots of party games, and so that the children, pardon?
I said that's really nice.
Yeah,
isn't
the
it?
children. We don't ever want them to feel like they're missing out. So we do, or you know, bring a parcel, and yeah, you know, just
Wow.
spend a fiver or something like that, and bring a parcel, put it in a bag, and everybody. And then we play things like. One year we had a whole water bombs and all,
Oh
you
my
know, and
Can you imagine that?
I'll just say the adults are worse than the children when
Really?
it comes to the games. Yeah, it's about making it fun. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Well,
musical chairs, musical
Yes.
statues, all those sort of games, and yeah.
excellent. Now, none of you have touched up on this. What about getting all dressed up and having that perfect photo? Frida.
No,
No?
to be honest, I struggle with. I don't really like. I love wearing makeup, but only if I'm going to wear it properly. As you know, I'm a makeup artist.
Yes. Yeah.
However, I've also got the battle of, because I like to play my salars 5 times a day. I don't feel comfortable wearing the makeup when I'm actually praying 5 times a day.
Yeah.
So I don't really ever put a full face of makeup on when I'm on Eid Day. Ever. I didn't even wear makeup on my wedding day.
Wow.
Yeah. I just wanted to feel that pure. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm dressing up. I like to wear some nice new Eid clothes.
Yes.
Oh, my outfit's today's
I know.
it was gifted by Anna Khan.
Oh, wow.
TikTok shop Anna Khan. I love you, sister.
Oh, bless.
Lovely.
So let's talk about then how long it actually takes us then to get ready, and even for that perfect shot.
Can I just say, I've got young girls
Yeah.
and they love dressing up. So they've been trying to get ready since Thursday actually.
Oh,
So
bless
they've had
them.
their nails done, they had their mehndi done last night.
Oh.
They've gone to pick out their perfect outfit, the hair, the makeup has to be just right. So it just takes, a couple of days. And it's nice to
It
see
is,
that, 'cause
isn't
we
it?
used to do that when I was a lot younger. And it's nice to see that, the kids do that. They're really excited about it.
Yeah.
And my little one, she got ready this morning and she got her outfit out and she had her matching shoes and so on. And it's really lovely. And she
Oh,
goes,
that is so sweet,
Yeah.
isn't it?
yeah. And it's good
mine.
to see them, all dressed up.
Mm.
Yeah, same. I've got girls. If we're going out to a party, if it's an evening thing, we literally spend the whole day getting ready. And they just make a day of it. The music's on.
Yeah. I mean,
slowly getting ready all day.
years ago, it would be that big industrial sewing machine, and my mum would be there because she's a firm believer in, for Eid Day, you've got to have nice new clothes.
Clothes, yeah.
Yeah. And she'd be there sewing away.
Sounds like my mum that does.
Yeah, and she'd make the most fabulous dresses. Honestly, yeah. So that was all the preparation towards Eid and having your mehndi done and all that. As you get older, you kind of,
Yeah.
you know.
So it's all just for the kids now, we're all grown up now. That's it. Right, now, what about Eid naps then after too much biryani or food?
You know what I find? I think, especially my family, I think they seem to cook the same dish. So each house you go to, you had I don't know, pilau or something, and the next house has got the same, and the next house has got the same. And you think, how much more can you eat?
Yeah.
And if you don't eat, they get offended. So you're having that same sort of food, and I feel that it takes you 2-3 days to kind of recover from it afterwards.
I'll be honest, I don't try and overindulge in food.
Yeah.
I think it's just that, the whole waking up early in the morning and you're chasing your tail all throughout the whole month of Ramadan.
Yeah.
It, getting the food done, going to work, sleepless nights, you're working on minimum sleep, you're like robots, but you're just not getting enough rest. There's so much commitment to finishing your Quran Sharif and everything else that is, and I just think come Eid day, I find that you just want to collapse. Forget the indulging of the food. You might eat a little bit because you get used to not eating too much. But you just it's like you collapse. So after this, you know what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm getting I'm going to bed.
Going to bed.
It's not just that. It's like, when you go to families and, you feel bad for saying no sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what, I'm really
Oh, I
full, but,
don't.
I need to kind of say.
No, I don't. I'd say it is my tub. Get the old margarine tub out, fill that up, and I'll have it at home.
How many of those tubs have you got?
She's probably got a whole kitchen full knowing for Rita. Because not only does she do her social media, so you do a lot of cooking as well, don't you?
I love cooking, absolutely. Come dine with me.
Yes, hinted. Right, now, okay, so I always love giving Eid out because obviously that's the whole part and parcel of Ramadan ending. So the one thing I sort of think about is obviously kids, they expect PayPal transfers or bank transfers instead of cash. Do you experience that as well?
No, I've never experienced that.
Because what they think is once they have the cash physically in their hands, it's going to go like that, isn't it? But if it's in the bank, they can't touch it.
Oh, okay.
Do you get that as well?
No, I normally just give it, as cash. But I've given it to my kids. I give them online transfers. They always want that, and they'll probably get Eid before Eid, and then they spend it, and then on Eid day they want some more. So it's ongoing for me. But yeah, no, I've had kids say to me they want to online transfer the kids.
Yeah. So okay. So one thing. Again, I know no one's come on to the idea of ditching something. For me, I think the best part is getting all the family together and stuff like that. But the worst part is planning it and waiting for a reply to a WhatsApp message. That's the only thing that I would ditch. Is there anything that you would ditch? From
I've got to
experience.
admit, I mean, my family's very, very good when it comes to. We all just get stuck in when it comes to organising. Everyone will just contribute on WhatsApp straight away. So I've never really.
So you never had a delayed response
No,
or anything like that at all?
No, they're all very, very keen, committed, and we're of the generation now where it's our responsibility because who we used to rely on them a lot older now. So we just take it on. This is for our parents or, for our mamas or our chachas or so. Yeah, we just do what we got to do.
Lovely.
I think it can be difficult if you got family living in different towns and they're doing Eid on separate days as well. Some of them because they're following different mosques and so on.
Yeah.
So it can be quite difficult to get together because everybody's busy in their lives. They got kids doing different things and because my family's kind of a bit all over. So getting together can be quite difficult. And some you meet on Eid day, some you meet after. So yeah.
Yeah, I've got to admit, I have noticed because there's a lot of inter-communities getting married.
Yeah.
That's definitely had an impact on, sometimes there might be some families, like in our family, we've got Iranian, we've got the Pakistani community, we've got various different communities married within our family. And I have definitely noticed the difference. Like some of my cousins might be, we're celebrating the next day. Yeah.
Okay.
Who does the cleaning up after?
The boys, they've been allocated it in our
Paper
house.
plates.
I'm only joking.
You guys are very well organised, aren't you?
I'm only joking at the boys. They're not probably going at the boys.
What is Auntie Frida talking about? Right, so there you have it. Eid in all its chaotic glory, as I would say. So whether you're in it for the food, the outfits, or just the vibes, one thing is for sure, we all have an Eid mood moment. Right, let's go on to Eid fashion, please. Slay or nay? Now, Eid outfits are a whole conversation, as we know. Frida's looking very glamorous there. Now, some people start planning months in advance, and some of us, well, we're just hoping that ASOS next day delivery comes through. So let's spill. What's the wildest Eid outfit disaster you've ever had then?
I think mine was a few years ago. I actually burnt my Eid outfit.
I
Oh
did
my
that.
God, you're
But
joking.
but I had like a backup, so I just
That's
I wasn't too fussed. But I think I know I'm coming back to my kids again. They do order things from my ASOS and other places, lastminute.com. They might have the outfit, but they haven't got accessories and so on. So you get that. But I think as you get older, you just kind of think, you know what, I'll just put on whatever's there.
Yeah.
You don't really worry as much. But when you're younger, you do plan if
Mm.
you got the time. That is.
Yes, yeah.
But as you get busier, you kind of just go with the flow a little bit.
Right. Okay. So, I can give you one incident. Imagine wearing white.
Oh, I love the colour white.
Yeah, but if you're
And that-
cooking,
If you're
Angel.
cooking, if you spill something, that's a disaster in a whole nother area, isn't it?
yeah.
So, okay. So, what about wearing something and the worst disaster could be you trip over? Anybody experience that?
No.
If you got longer buyers, I suppose.
Yes. Yeah. Longer
Like
buyers.
Eid Salah, I've tripped over in Eid Salah. Over my own buyer.
I've got a comment from one of my friends here. She goes, she thought my outfit was modest until she realised the wind had other plans.
Oh gosh.
Can you imagine that as well? And what about killer heels then?
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I think killer heels is something you do when you're young. You know, I'm sorry. Once you got to the past 40 and your knees, you have to. I actually had a dislocated knee.
Oh
so
my word.
yeah, I ended up in hospital and in a wheelchair. So since that episode a few years ago, I will not wear. All you'll see me in is Crocs.
Oh, well, Crocs are quite comfortable, aren't
They're
they?
quite trendy, or a pair of trainers. But I'll leave the killer heels for the youngsters.
I mean, what about girls who were getting married recently under the lenga? Have you noticed some of them are actually wearing trainers?
They are. And you were talking about killer heels, and I just remembered something. I
Go on.
remember one time, I think we went out to dinner, me and yourself, and you
Yeah.
were talking about some heels you had.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
they were very high. That you're going to change or something.
Yeah, well, I've started wearing flats now.
Oh, okay.
Obviously because of work, running around and stuff like that. But my heels are still there though, especially when you're going out.
Yeah, I've
yeah.
got to admit, I used to love heels. I think they make you look so elegant, so beautiful.
And taller.
Yeah. Well, even my Crocs have platforms.
I think that's why really that thick.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got them on.
These ain't cheap. They were like £75.
I can imagine, yeah.
They're not, even though they're Crocs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think stilettos look absolutely stunning, or even like with all the diamonds and I just love fashion. But with age, you do have to calm down.
Yeah, you do.
I
Go
think,
on.
I think in my younger days, I did too much spinning. On the bikes, I used
Yeah.
to love the fitness.
Yeah.
And with age comes wear and tear. So now I have
I
to
know.
take care of.
I started talking like we're like in the 80s and
know.
90s.
Are we showing our age?
Well, yeah. Well,
I can't remember the last time I wore heels.
But
It's
you know-
been years.
Yeah, but having said that, you do see older women like a lot older than us and like in high heels and dressing younger. I think it's all in the mind a little bit as well. I suppose some people got like health issues and so on. but there
yeah,
are
it
others
is
who
definitely
do
health
definitely
issue.
wear. You can be more fashionable. You could start with a smaller heel maybe, and build on it.
Listen, I was doing a star jump at the gym and my knee just went and I ended up on the floor. It got dislocated.
Oh gosh.
And then a year of being on crutches and in a wheelchair until it had been operated on. I'm not taking any risks. I've got one leg with... I sound like something out of... Can you imagine
dear.
me doing star jumps? I mean...
Yeah, I've got that image in my head now.
To the youngsters now.
Right, I know. So the moral of the story is Eid outfit should come with a health and safety warning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to Eid expectations versus reality then. So we talked about Eid money, the best part of Eid as a kid and the most stressful part as an adult. So let's be honest though. Does anyone else feel like Eid standards have changed? I mean, for me, I'll kick off. Where obviously kids were given £5 in the olden days, it felt like £500, isn't it? Now kids expect brand new iPhones. They've got a wish list. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it starts from Ramadan, doesn't it? They expect even an advent calendar.
Yes.
I mean, why are we doing advent calendars? Where does that?
I think it's come from the Christmas tradition, hasn't it?
Sometimes I do feel like there's a lot of Christian Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it makes me feel slightly uncomfortable.
Like in terms of the decorations, we kind of
Yeah.
people are going all out. And before it was the emphasis on making sure that you've got that extra money for the poor.
Yeah.
And you're, you know,
Yeah.
giving
Like,
it.
I've even seen people light a candle, and I'm thinking to myself, what does that signify?
Yeah.
What's the significance with you burning a candle for Eid Day on the table decor?
I know, yeah.
What's
yeah.
all that about? Am I being old fashioned?
No, you're not. I think what it is with tradition as well, and like the modern children, as I
things
call it,
change.
things change, don't they? And
I know, but we have to be careful that we're not adapting other people's religious values. For example, Hinduism. Now, a candle is a significant part of their faith, so that's why they do it, and
Yeah.
that goes for Christianity as well. You put a candle in the church, but do we need to put a candle on our tables during Eid Day? I don't quite. Or is it that romantic that you're trying to create? I don't know.
Do you think it's becoming westernised, or it's just a decoration and people just want the table to look nice? Why do you think they're doing the candle? If it
I
should-
think it's they're influenced by other. You know, like I said, why are they doing the advent calendars?
And then we've got social media. We come back to social media again. What they see influencers do.
Yeah.
And so on. So they just want to replicate really whatever they see around them, rather than looking at it in a deeper way. They're just thinking, oh, you know what? I'm just lighting a candle. I'm making things look nice. But you know, if you look at it deeper way, we shouldn't be kind of replicating. You know. these things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right, I agree with what Sunita said. I mean, some people just do it to make it decorative, the table, you know, create a bit of an ambience maybe in the room and
I
stuff
know.
like that.
But I think you've got to be careful with what kind of message are you actually giving, because you know that money could be spent giving to charity, which is the real significant part of Islam and what Ramadan stands for.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
but
instead-
somebody could argue and say, look, I'm doing my bit for charity. I'm giving money. But then,
I'll be honest. For me, it made me when I've seen these sort of things on social media, it's made me feel uncomfortable because it's made me feel like actually when I was growing up, I don't ever remember my mummy putting up a candle in our house. It was like, right, cover that TV. We're not having any telly. You're not having the radio. You're dedicating your time to prayers. And that was Eid. And we
Yeah.
still had fun and we still had presents. And it was still, you know, balloons and made it look really, really, you know, fantastic. But I think people need to really, really deep it and think what message are they giving to their future generation? Because the future generation are going to think that is a normal practice of Islam, and it's not.
And the other thing I want to just add to that is like people putting everything on social media in terms of when they're going to the Tarawih Salah, and when they're saying, you know, they've done something and that they've like kind of posted it saying that, you know, they've done like their 20
Yeah.
salahs or whatever.
To be honest with that, there's that bit where people put things on social media and just showing off.
yeah.
And there's also that bit where people put it on social media and they're having a significant, you know, influence, and they're sort of giving dawah. And there's lots of people that have actually converted to
Yeah.
Islam because they've been, you know, there might have been a prayer that was, you know, they've recited something from the Quran Sharif, or do you know what I mean? And that has been
Okay, Frida, I'm going to cut you there. We've got 4 seconds. We will come back straight after the break and more on this topic as well.
that one working now?
I'm going to have a look when Zahid's sitting. Zahid, will you speak into it?
Testing, testing. One,
it
two,
does.
three.
I can hear you
Testing.
now.
Yeah, it is now, yeah. It's very temperamental, this system. Right, 10 seconds. Right, welcome back to Lou's Sisters. This is the Eid finale special on Ramadan Radio Wolves on 87.8 FM and also on Facebook and YouTube Live as well. Now, just before the break, we were talking about Eid expectations and, well, versus reality, shall I say. And we had a good debate about certain things, about outfits and what kids expect for Eid and stuff like that. Now, what I find is sometimes that Eid comes with a contract. Do you find that? So when you give maybe your nephew or your niece £10, they'll expect or the same or maybe more the following Eid. Do you find that as well?
I think back in the day, we used to give kids like a fiver and it was fine.
Yeah.
But I think you end up giving a bit more.
Mm.
Like even up to like 20 quid,
Mm-hmm.
which doesn't seem much, but if you got like a lot of kids to give, that can kind of, build up. But
Mm.
It
yeah,
all adds up, doesn't it?
yeah, it does.
Right. Okay. Now, I swear that sometimes I give out more when I was like young to my nieces and nephews, but then I always used to like receive less as well. And then I thought, oh, I better start keeping receipts and then just see where my money goes and what's coming in, what's going out. Do you ever do that yourselves as well?
I think you don't do that with kids because you just eat days and days, so you just like give whatever you can afford. But in keeping receipts, I don't know. Is it like because you're receiving money from?
It's just keeping a tally, really.
in your-
How
in your
help
head.
you plan better for next year.
Yeah.
Maybe reward your nieces and nephews for that extra little thing that they might have specially done over the year, just to
could do.
encourage them to be a bit more better. Studies, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of do that throughout the year anyway.
Or
But
re-
whenever
or-
I can.
Yeah.
But my nieces and nephews are kind of grown up, and they kind of do things for me. I mean, they do like lovely
Nice.
things on Mother's Day.
Aw,
Not that
that's
I'm
lovely.
making any hints, but yeah, on Mother's Day they really look after me, and throughout the year
Nice.
they kind of always buy me presents, so they really do look after me.
I think what was going at was giving them that extra, especially at the month of Ramadan when they complete the Quran
Oh yes,
and things like
Oh,
that, just to
yeah.
encourage them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just absolutely adore my family. The children, they're just a delight. Yeah, there's not a real expectation, I've got to admit.
No.
I don't feel like there's a real expectation. They're very sort of grateful with whatever is given. Or one thing that I used to love, and even now, anytime, rather than giving Eid gifts, I love taking them all out for a meal.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just say, and that's not just been, that's been the adults as well. One year I just said to the family, you know what? Instead of going out and giving food, because there's this culture, isn't there, where you give throughout Ramadan, you give food. I've said to the family, the extended family as well, come on, let's all go out for a meal and I'll pay. Eat whatever you want.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I love rather than gifts. I hate wrapping gifts. Just not a wrapper. I'd rather just take, and I hate, sometimes it's a nightmare buying for boys.
Yeah.
It's easier to buy for girls. So that's why I think food, you know what they say, your belly, as long as their belly's happy, they're happy.
So, on that note, then at this rate, I think maybe we'll have to start a GoFundMe page just to survive giving out Eid. What do you think, guys? Right. Okay. Now, I know we got a special guest in, but I think we're waiting for the other Z squared to arrive. So let's move on to Eid food then, the real debate. Now, let's settle the biggest Eid debate. What's the ultimate Eid dish? And be honest, do we actually like it or are we all just pretending?
Doesn't it depend on whether it's Bakri Eid or Eid al-Fitr?
It could be any Eid.
Okay.
Because we all make something, don't we, to celebrate this Eid as well.
Yeah, but
And even
on the Bakri
yeah.
Eid, you always make sure there's some meat.
Yes. So what would be your ultimate Eid dish then?
The ultimate Eid dish?
I mean, some would say biryani.
That, as in your main meal, or are you on
A-
about
anything,
like-
any speciality dish
I
that
don't
you might
know
make.
about like culturally. I wonder whether this happens in your cultures,
Hmm.
because we've got a range of like different cultures within this panel, haven't
Mm-hmm.
we? And in our culture, there's this thing called gugara that they make,
Mm.
and it's like made with pastry and like a filling of like semolina and nuts. And
Mm.
do you guys do any of that?
Where's that from? What country is that from?
It's
Is
it's
it like
it must
a
be.
nutty. Is it? I'm thinking of banjiri.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
thinking
a
of
bit-
different things.
Yeah, it's like soji, which is like semolina, and they have nuts and all of that, and they fill it with like a pastry. It's something that they do every year, and
That
they
reminds me of baklava. So, but I don't know if you're
baklava.
Yeah. You
No,
referred to that.
it's different. I just thought everybody's cultures did it. Now, one of the Eids we do that strictly, like because you only have like mainly a lot of sweet stuff, whereas then there's the bucket Eid where you do a lot of meat stuff and you do like your kidneys and your liver and you know.
That sounds
Should-
really great, actually, because I'm a meat eater, so I love that.
Oh, sorry, you're waiting for me. I'm busy. Okay, so I mean, some people's ultimate Eid dish would be kheer. Do any of you specialize or make
Yeah.
kheer as well? As long as it's not too watery.
I think for me, it's rasmalai, hands down.
Okay.
I love rasmalai. I mean,
Oh.
I have bought from the shop. I also make it, but it has to be from the packet. I
See,
can't do it.
In
otherwise.
in our culture, we don't really do rasmalai as on Eid dates. Always kheer with lots of coconut and cream and nuts, and that's the sort of milky. It's very enriched, very yeah.
Okay, let's be real now. I think the best part of Eid food is also the leftovers at midnight. What do you think, Zahid? I think you'll agree with that. You love your midnight food, don't you?
Oh yeah, I love a midnight snack. Me, I think my body clock just goes totally out of sync during Ramadan because obviously you're getting up in the middle of the night to eat. You're praying late tonight with Tarawih and stuff like that. So yeah, a midnight snack is a nice little treat, I find.
Okay, now joining us in the studio also, we have another lovely sister who has spent her career shaping young minds, as I always say. Now, when she's not schooling kids, she's schooling us with her no-nonsense talks, and that's Fawzia Asif. Welcome to the show once and for all.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you?
I'm okay, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, it's okay, alhamdulillah. I made it.
Oh,
alhamdulillah.
no, bless you. Right, okay, let's knock the Eid food real debate on the head then. So, listen, whether you're Team Biryani, a kheer lover, or just here for the cake, let's be honest, the food coma is real. Would you agree, Frida?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, okay. What we'll go on to now is, I'm going to call this the Eid roast, which is a family call-out game. Now, we're going to be real now for a second here. Now, Eid family gatherings are fun, and you've emphasised that quite a lot today, Farida. So, until they obviously turn into an interrogation session. Do you ever find that? So, let's do Eid roast, where we call out the most typical things we all hear at family events. So, I will kick this off. Do you ever get questioned, so when are you getting married, when you have all these Eid gatherings together?
I was gonna say just that. Not that I'm not married, but like the younger generation.
Yeah.
I think they kind of get that who went to their careers maybe, or things are not working out for them, or they haven't got to the stage where they actually got somebody, so they do get that question. So when you're getting married, what you're doing, what you're studying, it's those kind of career questions, how much you're earning, so on. So it just kind of
And then if
goes
you,
down
and
that
then if
road.
you are married, bachcha nahi lena.
Yeah, that's
When's
another
the-
one.
When's the baby coming along? Yeah.
Right, okay. So Frida, you're having all these gatherings. So what do you hear mostly?
To be honest, everybody just talk. We're a very, very sociable family, to be honest, and there's never really been pressure on like sort of getting married. That's the truth. You know, I didn't get married till I was 43.
Yeah.
So there's never been, you know, and never really questions people's wages and things like that. And I don't leave it to Eid Day to discuss what are you doing about your career development. I want to know earlier on. And, you know, if my nephews, they don't have a choice. They're not lying in bed. They're getting an education when they're supposed to get an education. They're going and doing apprentice, or they're at uni or doing what they've got to do. So Eid Day becomes very much sort of a chill out, yeah, just enjoying each other's company, enjoying food, having some snooze, and
I
just
think those family who gets together after a while. So
Yeah.
that's when you
Yeah.
know families live quite far away.
Yeah.
Not quite often.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what Fawzia meant, and that's what I mean. Like, you know, sometimes you don't see family for the whole year. You probably just see them on Eid Day, and you do get that, you know, bit of like,
The
what is
extended
it?
family.
Yeah, the extended family
Yeah.
will ask you those certain questions. They haven't seen you for a while.
It's a catch up, isn't it? When everybody gets together, you're just kind of catching up with what are you up to? What's next?
Yeah.
Where have you got to,
True.
etc.
Right. Okay. I'm going to knock this one on the head. Some of the things that people do get asked as well is, what are you doing with your life now? And possibly, oh, you've gained weight since last Eid. You might get that question thrown at you.
Or you lost too much weight.
Yes,
know,
or you lost
should
too
be
much
eating.
weight. And also, what about beta? Why don't you come visit more? Do you get that as well?
No, I think my family have enough of me.
Okay,
Us
so
together
one
all
thing's
the
for
time
sure.
as
Sorry?
well. Our family sees a lot of each other as well, so
Yeah.
it's more like, oh God, is it you again?
So one thing's for sure then, Eid isn't complete without a little emotional damage. Now we've got Zahid Shah joining us in the studio as well. A good afternoon to you both.
Yeah, how you doing? You good?
I'm good. Can you get near to the mic, please?
Yeah, can you? How are you?
I'm good. I'm
How
good.
are you
So
sisters? You good?
Alhamdulillah.
Is
How-
it Eid today?
Eid Mubarak.
I'm fasting, you know.
are you? Oh, so you're selling? Oh, get out, get out.
Well, you know these Malvis, man. They're gonna have to answer for it at the end.
Yes,
You know,
you're right.
So when's your Eid then?
probably tomorrow, Tuesday. Might drag it till Wednesday.
Oh my God, we can't be having that. Right, Zahid, there's a special reason why you're here today. Do you want to enlighten the panelists?
Go on, tell me, remind me.
Come on, you've been begging to come on the Lou Sisters show, and you wanted to talk about your show as well, and also come and celebrate Eid with us.
Yeah, it's well. To be fair, your show's probably better than ours, you know. But you know, we
Yeah, hands down.
I'd like
That's what I was saying.
I agree.
Yeah.
but I think what it is Z Squared. It's great working with Zaid Ali, and we really enjoyed it. But do you know what's been positive is
Go on.
we've had phone calls from brothers,
Mm-hmm.
listening in, and said they actually look forward to actually listening to Zaid and myself driving back from work. And I thought,
Yeah.
okay, that's pretty cool.
I think you got good banter. You've got that
Yeah.
good connection with each other. You're both knowledgeable on what you bring to the table to the listeners. Obviously, that helps as well with the engagement and stuff. And obviously, I don't know whether you're going to be considering bringing in special guests. Are you going to look at doing it every week, or is it just in the month of Ramadan?
I think what it is I've enjoyed working with Zaid so much that we've had a chat about this, and I think we might carry on. I'm not sure whether we can do
Yeah.
it every week, but maybe do it a couple of times.
Yeah, whenever.
A
Yes,
couple
yeah.
of times a month.
Yeah.
But have some really interesting topics to talk about. So am I allowed to just give a bit
Yes.
of a snippet?
Yeah.
So one of the things I do, I mean, you're aware I'm a school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? So when I was at university back a long time ago,
Mm.
when we were going for interviews for, let's say, jobs, we never really knew what the process was, being South Asian, being from inner city. But now, people like myself and Zaid, we've got skills, and maybe the sisters around here as well, with regards to how you answer questions when you go to a competency-based interview. So there's a certain thing called the STAR technique, which is situation, task, action, and result. And it's something that me and Zaid want to talk about in our next show.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get some, younger people, secondary school who are looking to go to university. It doesn't have to be, any degree. Could be medicine or something. They want to do pharmacy or anything like that. it's something that we want to touch on.
I was just going to add, you're kind of stealing a little bit of mine and Fawzia's show, because we had a show back in the day, Careers, Cuisine and Culture, and we used to get guests over when they would talk about their careers and tell us the process. So I feel that you're stealing a bit of our show.
Well, look, it's not stealing. It's just sharing. It's not stealing. It's like just sharing best practice. But you see what it is. I'm not, I'm not trying to be cocky or anything. But with Star, I work from 0 to 10, which means that we can interview. I can interview somebody now, and I can ask them a competency-based question, and depending on the answer I can give a mark out of 0 and 10. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that some of our younger people who go into university, let's say for example they're going for an interview to university for medicine, they're going to be up against some really tough people. So what we want to do is we want to help these young people to actually get the answers which are 8 out of 10 rather than 4 or 5 out of 10. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a pretty good idea actually. And you maybe could get some other guests on as well, to kind of give you that bit of advice.
Well, yeah, we could probably get one of you girls on, and you'd obviously.
Yeah, I was just thinking then, Zainab, are you offering?
I'm not offering, by the way.
I think what it is, everybody wants to be on the Z Squared show now.
They do now, don't they? But I've got to say, you have got definitely a good program.
Can Zaid add something to it?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, I know Zahid's covering up and stuff. So
I don't know what more I can add. I mean, you're the expert, Zahid, because obviously you're more experienced. I mean, let us remember that Zahid was the first Muslim councillor in Wolverhampton. So that is quite a historic achievement. And I think I've broken the microphone.
nah, you're all right. And I think, Zahid, you've made a lot of difference coming onto Zahid Shah's show. And I have had some very positive feedback as well. We're saying that, your brother's very intellectual, he does a good speech and he knows his subject area. But I think you both bounced off each other, haven't you, really?
Do you know when I thought about putting this together?
Yeah.
Do you remember you and I had a chat with
Yes.
I wanted to work with your brother because these are the qualities that he brings to the table, right? And I knew that we could bounce off each other.
Yeah.
And they are right. Mashallah, the brother's sitting here, he's sharp. He's intellectual, but more importantly, he's humble and he's committed.
Yeah.
So if you know Zaid outside, what we've seen at these, Z Squared, he's a very committed human being to a lot of the, the causes that he follows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, well done, you. And just for that, just bear with me. Farida, can you pass these on to the two Zahids for me?
Baklava.
Yes.
Oh, hey.
For your iftar.
Thank you very much. But
No,
you know
thank
what,
you.
guys? You
Yes.
know, the sisters here, right? I think the sisters have got a lot of power, right? Because in my house, my wife, brothers ain't going to like hearing this, but she's the boss here, right? So what it is, I think, you guys need to talk to the powers that we should have Ramadan should start on the same day.
Yes,
in
yeah.
Wolverhampton. Yeah, and we should have Eid on the same day.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, Water Road Mosque, they start. I think was it the Saturday? When did they? So they started Saturday, and we started Sunday. Now it doesn't matter what fiqh I am.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I was quite happy to go with Water Road Mosque.
Yeah.
As long as we all did Eid together. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
But unfortunately, another cock up.
It is. I think the main fault lies with the mosques and the leaders. You can't. We've tried ever since Radio Ramadan has started. We've tried bringing everybody together, and we want everybody to use this station as a platform to get the same messages out. And like you said, we wanted to celebrate starting Ramadan together, celebrating Eid together, just having it as one, and not the two as it's currently being
At
done.
my sister's city where she's living, what the mosques have done there, they've come together and they've decided that the majority of the mosques who are celebrating on the one day, they'll all just come together and celebrate on that same day.
Same day,
So
yeah.
rather than having two
So
separate
what's wrong with
Eids.
Wolverhampton? I mean, why can't they do that? I mean, we,
Yeah, it's a good incentive,
yeah.
I think. As well.
But do you know what? And who's done Hajj here? And
No.
okay, me. Yeah?
okay.
So what it is I believe that everybody, regarding of what fiqh I believe everybody should follow Saudi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe that.
And,
as
and,
well.
and
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Because you know when I went to do Hajj, can I just tell you a little story? Just 2 minutes. Yeah, I don't want to bore you guys. Yeah, the group I went to with Hajj was about 15, 16 years ago, and the leader of the group he kept on saying that the Saudis they never get anything right. Blah blah blah. Cut long story short, I was there and I was thinking, maybe maybe he's got a point. And I said to him, I said, when do you think Eid should be? And he said, it should be Monday, but the Saudis have said it's going to be Tuesday, and that kind of thing. And I thought, listen, if they say it's going to be Tuesday, you're going to have to go with it. Guess what happened?
Go on.
The Saudis made an announcement on the Sunday to say, we've messed up here. Eid's on Monday. It's not Tuesday. So I looked at this guy. I said, go on then. And he couldn't say anything. So what it is, I think, this is me. I think that we should all Muslims around the world, globally, we should go with Saudi, regardless of what they are, what Muslim they follow, whoever they follow scholar-wise. Once we do that, the unity will get better across the world. You know what I mean?
I'm just going to go into a text message that's come in. It said, sorry, Zed, you've ripped up the 3C show. However, still good, mashallah. And they go, Rochdale, all masjids go with the majority population. Wolves won't do that. So thank you for sending that message in.
Yeah.
And no
thank
name
you
to
very
it.
much. Yeah, they're right. It's frustrating, honestly. Look at our kids. They go to school and they'll have one. When's your Eid? Ours is on Sunday, and we take Monday off because ours is on Monday. Well, why can't you guys, sort this out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. Okay. I'm going to go on to the Lou Sisters Awards now. Now, as this is the grand finale. No, stay here. So as this is the grand finale, it wouldn't be complete without some fun awards. Now, each panelist will get a special award that perfectly fits their personality. So it's time for the very prestigious Lou Sisters Awards. So no trophies, no speeches, just pure unfiltered truth. So let's celebrate our amazing panelists in style, as I always say. Now, Iram couldn't be with us today because obviously she's celebrating Eid as well, and I've got an award for her. Now this celebrates her no nonsense queen, so I'm going to give this to Iram, so when I see her personally. And also Sunita, I'm giving you the Lou Sisters Award for most likely to fix your life or anyone's life, and that is going to you. That's your award. And also to Farida, I am giving you social media royalty. So this is going out to the lovely Farida.
Thank you.
You are welcome. And for the lovely Zainab, we've got the boss lady in disguise. So this award is for you. Sunita, could you pass that on to
Thank you
our
so much.
lovely Zainab B. And also Fawzia, shaping young minds, as I always say. This award goes to you. And I think Prince will be here shortly, so I've given him the timekeeper extraordinaire. I know he's given a good valid reason for not being here on time today. As well as that as well, I am going to give my Lou Sisters, if you can pass this on to the Lou Sisters, a little gift from me to say thank you for taking the time out.
You didn't have to.
And being part of the show. And I've got one for Frida as well. There you go.
See, you
Frida.
don't get that side.
Thank you.
So there you go. So that is my thank you to the sisters who have committed to my show, taken the time out. I really appreciate it. Again, like I say, this show wouldn't have been what it is without you, sisters. So a big hand of applause to you all. Well done.
Thank you.
Right, and also I've got to say a big thank you to the two Zahids for coming in, and feel free to stay for the last half show.
Can we go?
Yes, you can go. You can take your baklavas with you and can go.
Thank you very much. See you girls.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. Right, we've got 20 seconds of the show remaining, and we are going to go into a little break, and then we will be coming back, and this time we're going to do some fun activities. The table is packed. Let's see how much of it we can get through to. But until then, we shall see you very shortly, straight after the break.
I know. I need it in the picture.
Right, welcome back to the final episode of Loose Sisters Eid Special. Now, just before the break, I handed out some awards, and it's just to mark the official Loose Sisters Award for 2025 for my lovely panelists who have been part of the process. And you know what? This show, like I said, it wouldn't be anything without them. So there's obviously no take backs, no refunds, just facts these are, okay? So let's hear it once more for our final fabulous panel members. Woo!
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
and
welcome.
for the host, Elvina.
Oh,
Yes,
thank you
thank
very
you.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right now,
And
sorry.
a shout out to the producer.
Oh,
have
thank you.
to
She's been fabulous. I
'Cause-
mean, she's been writing all my little bits and
Yeah,
bobs.
I
and-
have to admit, I've done quite a lot of TV work and lots of other things, as you know, yeah. But I'm so impressed how this has been put together.
Oh,
honestly.
thank you so much.
Really,
Thank you.
really am.
Thank you. Frida, it did have my input as well, you know.
So shout
No,
out
but
to
honestly,
organised.
hats off to her
I
as
didn't
well.
even realise there was an external producer that was helping
Yeah.
until the other day when you said, "Oh, my
yes,
producer,"
yes.
and I was like, "Wow, no wonder it's put really well
Thank
together."
you. Thank you
Yeah,
very
thanks.
much. Thank you. Right. Okay. I do have a wild card award as well. This is a secret loose sister, and she has been a special guest. You might have heard. She has been ringing in quite a few times, and I thought it only right that we awarded the mystery person with the award. So I am going to get a certificate like this produced for her, and it's going to go out to the lovely Shabnam.
Yay!
Yeah.
Congrats, Shabnam.
So again, I will sort that out, and I will pass it on to the lovely Frida, who can pass it on to the lovely Shabnam.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
She did contribute, I think.
She did. I think,
Yeah.
yeah. So there, she thought she was safe, but no. So we see you, and we see all of you as well. And guess what? I really appreciate every single one of you as well. And now she is officially part of the Loose Sisters legacy as well. So Shabnam, well done you. Right, she must be celebrating that she hasn't called in today, but never mind.
There's time.
Yeah, there is time.
might.
So,
No, actually, she's
Yes.
doing Eid tomorrow.
oh, is she?
Yeah,
Oh, there's
yeah.
no excuse for her not to ring in then, is there?
I'm not sure if she's at work.
Oh,
not
yeah, she
sure.
was at work last time, wasn't she? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, we're going to go on to something else now. We're going to go on to some high energy activities for the finale show. So I want you to get ready now for laughs, surprises, and maybe even a little chaos. Now, my first activity is what's in your handbag. Okay, now every sister and every brother has a little mystery in their handbag or their man bag, as I will say. So each panelist now will dig into their bag and pull out one completely random item from their bag and explain why it's there. So, listeners, viewers, expect strange, hilarious, and unexpected confessions today.
I'm sorry, but because it's Eid, I've got my really nice bag out.
Oh,
It's
you got
not-
your
it's-
really nice bag
yeah,
out. Okay,
it's
let's
only
have a
got-
look at your really nice bag then.
It's only got my makeup in there.
Oh, only your
Very
nice.
makeup.
Only my
Okay, let's
makeup.
have a look at your makeup then. I'm quite intrigued to see what women carry because I'm a bit of a tomboy. I don't carry bags unless I really need to.
It's
But
only my blusher stick and my concealer stick. Nothing exciting.
okay,
And my lipstick.
okay, right, Frida. Let's move on to you then.
Oh, she's got a big bag, so.
I bet you she's probably got a handbag with a mini survival
Well-
kit in it.
Well, I am an influencer, so the tripod's already
Always.
come out already. You
Yeah.
know, my little tripod.
Yeah.
But something that people see me a lot on social media is these babies.
Yes, I've seen that
Oh,
before.
I've seen that. Yes, they look very nice.
Any guess what that could be, people? My shades, and it's quite often when I wear these Gucci glasses, they're
Yeah.
actually a collaboration that I did. One of the businesses,
Yeah.
opticians.
Okay.
I've forgotten what they're called, the opticians in Wolverhampton.
Okay.
And so it was a collaboration. But whenever I wear these online, when I'm live streaming,
Yeah.
sometimes you get the trolls in the comment, why has she got, the sun's not out, why has she got her glasses on? But these are actually, they're actually prescribed. There's 3 different lenses. Do they fill my face?
Yeah.
Big glasses
They
and
look
a big
lovely.
personality.
Are you laughing or are you?
No, I'm admiring them.
Oh, okay. They do look like goggles,
They
don't
look
they?
beautiful. They
Very nice.
completely match your outfit.
Right. Okay.
So-
Sunita, what about you then?
Me, no
Taylor.
handbag. I've got keys and my phone. I just carry them everywhere with me. I'm terrible. I rarely carry a handbag. Only if we're going out, then I will. And it's practically empty. There's nothing in there.
Yeah. I think a lot of us are like men nowadays. We like
Yeah.
to keep it basic and simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I carry. I carry this.
Oh,
Don't know if you can see it. What it is basically, if I take the lid off and then I pull that out,
pointer.
and no, it's not a pointer. This is actually a straw.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
I like
So I
that.
carry that because sometimes, have you seen the straws now that McDonald's or
paper
anybody
straws,
else
paper
gives?
straws.
The paper straw, they get soaked and everything like that. So now I use this as a straw, and it's sort of very compact. It goes into the tube, and that's it, and that sits in my bag.
Oh, I like
It looked
that.
like a teacher
Yeah.
pointer to me then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is a nice little thing. Lip gloss, and that's on a key ring attached to my keys.
all right.
So one, it keeps my keys. You know, who else loses their keys every time?
Uh-huh.
But with this lip gloss, you're not going to lose it, are you?
Definitely
And
not.
it's just nice to be able to, do your lips, put a bit of moist, make them feel luscious.
I saw
Yes.
somebody at the mosque the other day, and on their phone case they had lip gloss attached to it. On the
Yeah.
actual phone case, yeah.
Right. Okay. So we've all delved into each other's bags, and we know what we keep and stuff like that. Now, mostly, I've seen people carrying the entire pharmacy in their bags, such as plasters, Panadol, and
Yeah, I have to admit, I'm usually one that fills the kitchen sink.
If you'd asked me a few years ago, I would have had Calpol in there for 6+ and for 3 months plus. I would have had the plasters, I would have had the nappies, I would have had everything in there. But now, alhamdulillah, it's only my makeup.
I was going to say, Fawzia, can I ask you, have you actually got your house keys in your bag as well?
They're my car keys.
Oh, you
Which
got
I've-
your
which
car
I've kept,
keys.
Yeah, I've kept out of my handbag right now.
Oh, right, okay.
They
So
would be there.
I was going to say, obviously, mostly sometimes women's bags are full of makeup, and when you see, they never have their house key or their car keys on them neither. But yes, but anyway, lesson here is if you ever get lost, just find a woman with a handbag. She's got everything.
Yeah.
Right, now, panelists, on the table, you will see some paddles, which are a thumbs up and a thumbs down. So the thumbs up is agree. Yep, they're showing them, as you can see. And the thumbs down is disagree, right? Now, I will throw some statements one by one, and the panel must instantly respond with a agree and disagree. No thinking, no explanations, but expect some drama afterwards. I can see it coming. Okay, so love at first sight. Is it real?
Definitely.
Oh, we got a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Why a thumbs down, Sunita?
I think it's more if you're just attracted to somebody. It's not necessarily always love. Love at first sight. I think people have thought they've been in love and then they haven't, and then it might happen a few
You just-
times.
You just enjoyed that moment though, love at first sight.
Love at
Afterwards,
first
like, yeah.
I'm a bit of a skeptic
Yeah,
then.
Right, thumbs up. You were very quick, Frida. I
Yes,
noticed that.
I love love. Love everybody.
You're like
Do you know
me.
what I mean? I
Yeah.
just love. Yes.
That's nice.
Okay. Right, next question then. Mums always have a favourite child, even if they deny it. Oh, all thumbs down. You was quite quick, Fawzia.
No, yeah, I don't have a favourite child. I love all my children, alhamdulillah.
Equally,
And I
mashallah.
do often, they have this debate with me as well. Oh, you love that child more, that child more. I said, no, I love you all equally,
Equally.
but I hate your behaviour sometimes. And that's what I say to them.
That comes to it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think again, I don't have a favourite child, but I do wonder if my mom has a favourite child. So-
Yeah,
That generation was
That's
different.
interesting because
Yeah.
I don't have children.
Mm-hmm.
However, as a child, I was a real spoilt child. My daddy's favourite. Yes, I was a real daddy's girl. But I've got to say, my mom, I honestly believe that her love was. It was so equal. We none of us, we all felt loved,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm sure my siblings would say exactly the same.
Funny, really, because when we were being brought up by our parents as well, we questioned them. We says like, "Who do you love out of all four of us?" And they've always said, "You are all equal to us. We haven't got a favourite."
Yeah, I wonder if it differs for the men because I would say now, my dad, 100%. I mean, he died young. He was only 47. But during that time, I honestly could say that he loved me far more than he ever loved my siblings.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Were
people-
you the youngest for it?
Yes, I was a real daddy's girl. But I don't think they had a wonderful relationship.
Do you know, I was just going to come back to that though, because Islamically it does say that as a parent as well, you shouldn't have your favourites, and some parents do, like you say, but we shouldn't make it,
Yeah.
I
obvious
know,
for
but
children.
that's probably because you were probably in a very secure relationship as a couple, yeah. Whereas my parents, their marriage wasn't their most healthiest, and so my siblings were more about protecting my mum. Do you know what I mean?
No, I know.
So I think the dynamics changed there.
That's not your. Yeah, that's a different situation.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think if you had a very, very like settled relationship as a couple, it would be different as far as the way your children felt.
I think even I understand what you're saying, Frida, completely. But I think as adults, being the parents, we shouldn't let that come in between as well. And we have to remember that we're the adults,
Yeah.
So in that scenario as well, just remember and try and be fair with all children. I'm talking from my perspective.
Yeah.
as well when I say
No, I
this.
don't. I mean, me and my siblings, we were all worked
Yeah.
with children. We're all childcare practitioners, so I totally get what you're saying. But I'm just talking about the reality of the
experience.
dynamics of
Yeah.
relationships, and when couples have a problem in their relationships, how it can impact the children, and then suddenly you can feel like, I know my siblings, they were more protective of my mum the way my dad was towards my mom, and so that changed the dynamics on how it made them feel. Whereas me, I was much more a daddy's girl. So
Right. Okay. So let's move on to the next one then. Social media is ruining relationships.
yeah.
Where's your paddles? Okay, you all agree. Okay. Anybody want to talk about that, or shall we just move on? Because I think we covered enough of social media throughout Lou Sisters.
Yeah, no, I think
Yeah.
We're
we've
all in
done.
agreement there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's okay to check your partner's phone. Okay, we got 2 disagrees, 1 agreed. Let's go on to the disagrees then.
Disagrees. I think you should respect each other's privacy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
what it
think
comes
if
down
you're
to.
needing to check the phone, there's a problem.
Yeah,
anyway.
absolutely. You should
Yeah.
have trust, otherwise, yeah. If you're doing it for a different purpose, have you got the number?
I'll
for
be
so-and-so?
honest, I never ever go into my husband's phone, and my husband never really goes into
So why
mine.
are you agreeing to the statement? Is it okay to check your partner's phone? Now,
So, yeah, that's why I think it is okay to check your partner's phone. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
yeah, but you don't go into his phone.
No, what I mean, as in, I mean,
as in, read his messages.
I just
Yeah.
think it should be an open. I've got nothing to hide.
Yeah.
If my husband picked up my phone and there's just nothing to hide, and equally that's the case for him as well. But I don't ever have the need to go in his.
I think Lavina meant like on the slide.
Yeah.
Oh no! I wouldn't. If it was done in the slide, then there's a reason. There's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So if you're doing FBI level investigation, should you even be in that relationship?
Yeah,
That's what I would
exactly.
say, so.
I'd be like, time to talk.
Yes. Right. Okay. Next one. Your in-laws should have a say in your marriage. Now, are we talking sort of friendly advice, or are we talking full-on dictatorship? So you all disagree.
I think if it's welcomed, then that's okay. But if it's not welcome, then I think people should know their boundaries and limits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think it starts between the two of you, and if you ask for that advice, then in-laws can give it. But if not, really, it should be nobody else involved. It is just husband and wife initially in the first stages.
Okay. Let's move on to another one then. If someone, we go on to that. Let me just. It's thanks, Ami. Hug.
Oh, it's my Hannah Harris Hassan and Hayat.
Oh, bless you.
So,
Oh, how
Same.
sweet. Right. Okay. I thought about us. Okay, so if someone have a second chance, or you can see all the
No.
pan.
Issues.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know?
Okay.
Never go back for seconds.
Never go. Right. Okay. Next one. You should always put your career before love. I mean, come on. Let's be real. Love isn't going to pay the bills, is it? But neither will
You
a
should
job.
always put your career before
Love.
love. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in independence and making yourself completely independent. And that might mean putting career before love.
So we got 2 disagrees and we got 1 agree. So
It depends on the person you're with, though. I think. And if that person's going to be loyal and they're going to obviously look after you and help you.
No,
Yeah.
whereas I'm a firm believer in there's too many sisters. I've actually heard sisters say, "Oh, I want that Islamic lifestyle where I stay at home. My husband will look after me. He will pay the bills and pay everything." And then suddenly, husband dies, and then you've left yourself in a
Yeah,
very vulnerable
so
situation.
So
And
when-
us.
When I'm disagreeing, I understand what you're saying. I'm disagreeing from the perspective of promotions and next levels.
yeah.
I think have your foot in the door, but for me, I think my priority is my family first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
obviously we're on different.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Prioritize, you know, your
Work-life
family.
balance.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. Men and women can never just be friends.
Oh, yes. I think I'd agree.
I agree with Farida as well.
I had this conversation with a revert sister this morning.
Okay.
She's 20 years old. She took a Shahada and she was just saying, a witness to Shahada. Shout out to my beautiful sister. Yeah. So anyway, she was just telling me the dynamics of, obviously there's a lot of she's already got inshallah a guy that she's getting married to, a Muslim brother, but she's got lots of other male friends that want to have their little, and I said to her, be very careful. Usually it's other interests. Men can never just be friends, not when you're in your peak in your 20s.
Yeah.
It's very, very likely that they want more.
No, I had a lot of male friends, I'll be honest, growing up.
Yeah.
You know, even at school, like university, I was in touch with a lot of them, even after I got married as well, and then obviously life got busy. But it was just a friend relationship on a friend level. You know. I have friends who know their friends who were, once they got married, they got more close to their wives as well. So they're still
Yeah,
together as
I
friends.
just think, you know what? I had male friends, and once I got married, to be honest, I'm not interested in them. I don't want them hovering around. I'm quite happy with my husband and my circle, and your family become more of your world. Do you know what I mean? The time that we've got, very little time, I'd rather spend it with. Yeah.
So you've put them all in the friend zone, then, haven't you? All the others?
Absolutely.
Right. You got another message for us, yeah, saying Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, is it from? Oh, bless you. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Moving on then. Money can buy happiness. Well, it
Oh.
can't buy love, can it? Or can it?
No, I don't agree with that. Definitely.
Everybody disagrees. Okay. Next one. The best years of your life are before 30. Or does that mean that we wither away?
No,
after 30?
No,
Do you know?
no.
I
So
think
you all disagree, yeah?
disagree for definite because I think we get a different level of wisdom and intelligence after 30 as well. So our life
Yeah.
experiences make us as well.
I feel
And
like
you
just
make
put
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
that
To be
as well.
honest,
Yeah, absolutely.
I've
getting
always
better.
lived my best life from day one. I mean, I went against a lot of cultural values and expectations, you know. become a holiday rep in my 20s, did a lot of travelling and lived my best life. But I'm still, always strive to live my best life, regardless of how old I am, because tomorrow's just not promised.
Promise, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think age matters as far as when you have the peak parts of life, or when, it's your health. Your health is your wealth, people. Just stay healthy.
Right, excellent. Wow, that was an interesting, real quick round. And I didn't see any hesitation, to be honest. The paddles went up like anything. But remember, we had no taybacks here. So, guys, thanks for locking in your answers. Right, okay. Did anybody surprise you with their comments then, panel? No?
No.
You were all happy to spill the tea, I've got to say that.
Yeah.
Like throughout the whole...
No, this
Just this one
agree.
segment.
Disagree
no, I
segment.
think, yeah.
Right, okay. Now, before we officially wrap up then, and it's been a lovely, amazing show as always, I'm going to go around the panel. So each of you can give a short, heartfelt Eid message to all our listeners. So Frida, we'll start off with you.
Yeah, just like to say Eid Mubarak, everybody. Make lots of du'as. And, it's just been fantastic. Eid Mubarak. Have a wonderful time. Make lots of memories. Enjoy it with your family and friends, and just enjoy.
Will you be part of Lou Sisters next year? That's what I want to know.
We'll have to wait and see.
Such a traveller that you are.
I know. Yes, I am. People have, I want to be abroad. So,
You could do a live link in.
Oh,
Yeah, so we could get you on Zoom.
maybe.
There's no getting out of it.
Right. Okay. Inshallah.
Okay, Fawzia.
Eid Mubarak to everybody out there who's celebrating today. If not, for tomorrow, inshallah. And I think that on this auspicious day, we shouldn't forget the people around the world
Of
who
course.
unfortunately
Oh, God,
yeah.
are not being blessed like we are as well. And I think we need to take time out for them during the day, especially, and just speak about it within our families to highlight it and
To
make
be
sure the du'as
honest,
continue
Yeah,
and the protests.
I can't stop talking about it. Honestly, it's really, really. I've struggled with life this last. Eid has been hard. I mean, Ramadan has been really, really, really hard. Even opening my fast today, I was cooking and I was thinking about my ummah, my brothers and sisters in Gaza and all around the globe that haven't got food. And
I read
it's been
I
hard.
read a message about somebody saying, sent a message to a sheikh saying, will my fast be accepted if I keep my fast with nothing and I break my fast with nothing? It just puts life in perspective, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But so we think we should remember those people as well, but appreciate what we have also.
Definitely.
So alhamdulillah, Allah's given us those blessings, and remember them at the same time and appreciate what we've got. And enjoy your time, inshallah,
Definitely.
and make good memories, like Frida said.
Free Palestine.
Yes, free
Honestly.
Palestine.
100%.
Sleater.
Yes, everybody, Eid Mubarak, everyone, and I hope you have a lovely day today. And my message would be always just to kind of go above and beyond if you can. So it's always about thinking about somebody else. If you can do something nice and it helps somebody or makes their day a bit brighter, puts a smile on someone's face, why not do something kind for somebody else? I'm a big believer in that.
And can I just say, there's people that have started practice throughout the month of Ramadan. Just try just a little bit to keep it up with your salahs, and it's really important. I always go on about it on my social media as well, because tomorrow's not promised. It doesn't matter how old you are. Don't leave it till you're 40, 50, 60. Even if you're in your 20s, 10, 11, 12, whatever age, please just do what we're here to do.
Yeah,
Right.
even if they read one line of the Quran,
Exactly.
one line of the Quran in the morning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, we are coming to the end of the show. And just to remind you, the teen show will be coming up next. And that, my fabulous friends, is a wrap on our Loose Sisters journey, which has come to an end. Now, we've laughed, we've debated, and maybe even exposed a little too much, but hey, that's what we do best. So a huge thank you to all the incredible panelists. That's Sunita, Fawzia, and also the lovely Frida. Big shout out to Zainab, who also joined us, and to the 2Z Squareds as well, for bringing their energy, wisdom, and very loose opinions on the show. And of course, thank you to all our listeners as well who've tuned in, who have laughed with us behind the scenes and made the show so special as well.
And thank you, Olivina.
Thank you
Yes,
so
thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
So,
you.
who knows? Maybe we will be back for another season. But until then, Eid Mubarak. Stay
Mubarak.
fabulous,
Eid Mubarak.
stay fearless, stay loud, stay proud, and most importantly, stay loose.